What is up, YouTube gang? Thank you guys for tuning back in to Wilburn Shenanigans,
Hey
where we
guys.
always bring the shenanigans on this channel. We are headed into another great video. So we reacted to places in India that was like amazing and sites and stuff like that, which we are blown away. And a lot of you guys reached out and told us about other videos to react to. There's more content out there that we should look into, and we were like, all right, send it over.
Here we are.
So we are here, and we are going to 15 reasons India is like no other. It's like another planet. It's like another planet. I meant to say like another. But it's like another planet.
It's gonna disappoint me in what planet we are in. If India is like another planet.
Hey, do you have any plans for your next vacation?
I know.
I do now, India.
How about seeing India? Hold on now. Just because it might feel like it's a world away, both figuratively and literally, that doesn't mean it isn't a tourist-friendly country. And more importantly, a trip to India won't cost you as nearly as much as you'd think.
Don't tell me that.
But first, you didn't think I'd talk about India and not mention the Majestic Taj Mahal, did you? This famous Indian landmark has been one of the 7 wonders of the world for quite some time. And seeing this architectural marvel in person makes it pretty clear why. The construction was commissioned in 1632, and it's believed that it took up to 21 years to complete the entire
Gosh,
project.
no wonder why it's so beautiful.
I know you've heard of this monument, but did you know that it's a mausoleum? Yeah, the emperor at the time, Shah Jahan, had this marble structure built to house the tomb of his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Kinda sad she never got to see this ivory masterpiece built just for her.
So not only did it take 21 years to build, he built it for his wife, but she didn't even get to see it technically. 21 years? That's why it's so beautiful. If that was in America, it had been done in 6 months. 6 months, construction built, move-in ready. You'd have been ready with incentives and everything else thrown at you.
Beautiful.
And it would have cracked in 3 years. Cement cracking, foundation cracking. You have to have them come back out and fix some stuff. Stuff falling apart.
Since we're on the topic, here's a fun fact. There was an infamous Indian conman who repeatedly sold different landmarks in the country, including the Taj Mahal and the Parliament House of India. He was arrested as many as 9 times, but somehow managed to escape from prison multiple times. During his final escape, he was already 84 years old. Aside from the fact that he was breaking the law, you gotta admit,
kept going.
That's kind of impressive.
It's not impressive if he kept going.
Anyway, some tourists hope to avoid the crowds at major tourist attractions, like the Taj Mahal, and prefer to take the road less traveled. However, alone time might be hard to come by in India. With around 51 births every minute, that's over 73,000 a day.
What?
This country has one of the fastest growing populations in the world.
That is a
Roughly
lot.
half of India's population is under the age of 25. Also making it one of the world's youngest populations. India
That is
alone
crazy.
holds more people than the entire Western Hemisphere. And with so many people comes a colorful tapestry of cultures, religions, and languages, which brings me to my next point. There are about 780 languages spoken in India, but some sources put it in the thousands.
How in the world?
How?
780.
I'm thinking there's like about 3, 4 maybe in India. I don't know.
Could you imagine walking around like, oh, that's a different
I'm
language?
pretty sure they have like a similarity to it, but that's a crazy 1,000 languages. How do you even come up with that many languages in like?
How do you
India?
communicate? Is there like one? You can't even ask. I can't even like. I want to ask, but then I don't want to sound stupid.
I thought it was just like. I don't even want to say because it probably sounds stupid now that I know.
Is there like one predominantly like? Is there a dominant language? Like 780? That's a lot of freaking languages. Who? Oh god.
About 1,000 though.
Whatever the case, only 22 have been recognized as official languages.
Okay, all right,
Good
all
thing
right.
English is in
That
the
helps.
mix too. India has one of the largest numbers of English-speaking people in the world, second only to the US. This means you can enjoy this super diverse country without needing a
cool.
translation app on your phone each
That
time
is
you want to
so
stop for lunch or
cool.
buy a souvenir. Oh, that's right. Your smartphone is obviously your closest traveling companion because, let's face it, taking pictures is probably the easiest way to document your adventures abroad. You'll be happy to know that cell service and mobile internet is very cheap in India. So there's one more reason why your trip won't cost you nearly as much as you think. You can share every experience and discover with your friends and family back home without breaking your budget. That alone should put this fascinating country at the top of your bucket list.
They caught me
of
without the
places
phone charges.
Yeah, that I didn't need to document it.
Okay, now for another reason India won't leave you with moths flying out of your wallet. The food there is so cheap. Check it out. If you go to a restaurant and order a whole meal with chicken or even fish, your bill could be as little as $1. As for a cup of tea, it'll cost you about 20 cents.
What?
I mean, can you imagine filling your belly for under $5?
No.
Mia, given that you'll be saving so much on dining, you can dedicate more of that limited budget to once-in-a-lifetime experiences, something that India offers in abundance.
This is the greatest thing I've ever watched in my life.
I want to take a trip to India.
Actually, one of these is the food itself. In case you haven't heard of the land of spices, India produces around 70% of the world's supply. That means each authentic local meal will be an adventure itself. Hopefully your stomach will be strong enough to tackle the rich variety of flavors. And for those of
And
you with
spice, I'm
sensitive
sure.
taste buds,
So when we reacted to our last video, we told you guys, for those who saw it, when we reacted, I forgot what it's called, the one we reacted to. But we not recently, but we discovered Indian food like maybe last year, 2 years ago, about a year,
Like a year ago.
about a year ago, and we became like
And
addicted. Like,
Even our
we
kids, they love
literally
it.
go get it all the time.
Like the people at this one restaurant we go to,
They know
it's
us.
like they know us. We just found out they had just started doing like an Indian buffet, and I'm like, can we go for like a date night
the
or like a
spice
date
levels,
brunch?
like I really took that spice level to heart because we had some stuff. They spice levels is out
no,
of this world.
no.
It's another
so
level.
The guy, when I first tried the food, he was like, "Hey, do you like spice?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, well, this one shouldn't be too spicy. You can do medium." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I was thinking like, I'm okay. When I tell you guys, I was literally crying while I was eating this food. It was so good that I'm like, okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna deal with this spice. I was crying, like my eyes were.
They medium like extra hot.
Yeah,
like, are extra hot.
So now I feel like I just get like the regular amount of spice. Like don't even amp it up or nothing. But let me tell you,
leave it regular.
the food.
Banging. Everything we've had. Man, I can go on a list going. If I start talking about food, this video will be 30 minutes.
I know.
here's a pro tip. Take small bites to test the intensity of the spice.
Oh,
Try
that's
biting off more than you
that's
can
something
handle.
to Wish I was told that.
Right?
I
Had to
also
go
have
big
some good
bite.
news for traveling vegetarians that may be hesitant about the availability of meals suited for your dietary needs. India is also well known for being a vegetarian-friendly country.
I like veggies.
This is partially thanks to religious beliefs, but it's mostly just a personal choice there, out of respect for living beings. A State of the Nation survey in 2006 showed that up to 31% of the Indian population is vegetarian, and another 9% do eat eggs, but no forms of meat.
Okay.
That's
So
great. That's a
enjoying
high
local
number.
cuisine isn't reserved only for meat eaters. Like I said before, this is a diverse country with enough variety to suit anybody. Do you think I forgot about you sports lovers? Well, if you love sports as much as experiencing new cultures, watching a live cricket match can be a way to enjoy both.
Cricket.
Cricket is the most popular sport in the country,
Wow,
much
I
like
never
soccer
knew
in
that.
Europe
Actually,
or
I love
football in the
familiar with cricket
US.
info.
So why not get your hands on a ticket to a
cricket
local
is-
game,
wow,
pack a
that-
picnic
I never
basket,
knew
and
that.
spend the day outdoors among locals to get a taste of true Indian sport culture. The Ganges River provides another outdoor activity for
Those
nature
birds are
lovers,
scary,
while still keeping the focus on experiencing the culture.
That's
The
it.
Ganges is the longest river in India and serves as a hub of activity in this country. This includes dolphin watching.
Oh, that's
As the
dope.
Ganges dolphin is unique to this river, unfortunately, their numbers are drastically decreasing due to increasing pollution. Let's hope environmentalists can find a way to protect these creatures for future generations to enjoy when visiting India. Again, you can't talk about India without mentioning
ride
one of
an
the many
elephant?
massive ceremonies that take place there. One of the most popular is the Kumbh Mela gathering, which is so big that it's visible from space. Kumbh Mela is the 2-month mass pilgrimage of those of Hindu faith to bathe in the Ganges. The host city of Allahabad welcomed a staggering 121 million visitors in 2018
That's
and
crazy.
a whopping 30 million on a single day. Even if you're not into crowds, you should still try to buck up and witness this incredible event. I mean, at least you'll be able to say you were present at the world's largest gathering of people.
That
Right?
is dope.
Lights.
That is dope.
Kumbh Mela is one of many festivals celebrated in the Indian culture, but the brightest has to be the color festival Holi.
I've heard
It
of this.
celebrates
It's
love,
so nice.
the start
It
of
looks
spring,
fun.
and end of winter, and the triumph of good over evil in a very delightful way. People take to the streets to drench each other in water and colored powder. Everyone celebrates together in a spectacular display of good humor,
That's
and of
so
course, lots of
I've
color.
seen that.
Now, I'm not usually one for a crowd, but this just seems too good to miss.
The joy, the happiness it looks.
As a matter of fact, color plays a very important role in Indian culture. It's apparent from the traditional clothes, festivals, local cuisine, and even their currency. Yes, with a handful of rupees, you'll quickly see their bright colors and variations in sizes. Even if the note's designers didn't do it on purpose, they seem to symbolically celebrate the diversity of this nation. Indian bills also have braille markings, so that blind people can read their values. How considerate.
Wow.
Another fun fact of the topic of Indian money: it's illegal for foreigners to take rupees in or out of the country. Sorry for the bad news to any of you coin collectors that like to keep different types of money as a souvenir from your travels.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, not just a fun fact, but one you should take note of to avoid any trouble with local authorities. There's no limit on the amount of foreign currency you can bring with you on your visit, as long as you declare any amount over 5,000 US dollars in cash. But then again, who's carrying that kind of cash on them anyway? Now, Queen fans might be aware of this tidbit, but let's see if you are.
I love
Did you
Queen.
know that the iconic band's frontman, Freddie Mercury, was of Indian descent?
Yes, I
His
did.
birth name was Farrokh Bulsara, and both of his parents were from Bombay. Mercury himself, of course, was born in Tanzania, but still.
That's so dope.
From beautiful music to beautiful people, India has the highest number of winners from the Miss World competition with a total of 6. Only Venezuela has produced the same amount of title holders since the beauty pageant started in 1951.
Wow.
The most recent Indian Miss World was Manushi Chiller in 2017. So in addition to the delicious food and fun festivals, you'll also be in the presence of people whose beauty is recognized worldwide. If you get tired of the hustle and bustle, you could also take a day and kick back with some old school board games. You familiar with Chutes and Ladders? Well,
No.
this popular classic dates back to ancient Indian times and was known as Moksha Patam.
Something
It
I
made
learn
its
something
way
new
to
every
England,
day.
where it was sold as Snakes and Ladders. The name changed to the one we know today when it was first introduced to the US.
So you can play
The
it.
idea of the game was to teach the kids the difference between good virtues and bad vices, represented by
Wow.
the ladders and chutes respectively. Thanks for the
I
good
don't
childhood memories,
remember
India.
playing it.
So, would you like to go to India?
Yes.
Let me know down in the comments.
I do. I really do.
These videos is
I
blowing
want
my
to get
mind.
like, you know those people that I don't know what they're called. I think like probably like travel agents or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. The ones that like plan out your trip,
Yeah.
book your
Oh,
hotel,
yeah,
book
like,
your
yeah, I
restaurants,
think
your
they are, like-
itinerary and everything. We need one of those.
It's
Book
so-
us a trip to India.
It's so crazy. A few years ago, I used to work in pest control, and I had a few like Indian couples on my route, and like everyone I've met were like genuinely so nice and respectful. Like their love was like no other. Like the way they were. I used to come over and tell them all the time, like, oh, that's. I always talk to him like when I had him on my route, and then like
They always
how
gave
they,
him food.
yeah, like every time, like they always gave me something. Like I would come to their house and like, oh, try this fruit, try this, oh, this is from India, or try this, and I'm always one like, heck yeah, I'm gonna try it. Like
What is that? Oh, our son is obsessed with lassi, lassies.
mango lassi, yeah. So
Our son's obsessed with those.
and then like even at the restaurant, like the one we go to here in our town, like the manager came out and like talked to us and was like telling us about like different things,
His culture, like how they are.
like he was telling us like
It
our
was
son
so-
was
it was
sick
so
and he was like,
beautiful.
oh, just do this, don't even take that, like
Yeah.
you know, he was telling us about like Greek yogurt, how it works. Like it's just like their culture is just so
Yeah.
amazing. It's a
We
loving
actually
spirit. Like they
just
have a loving
found out
spirit.
too that there's actually a I think it's a couple. They're opening a Indian food truck, and I was like, that is my type of food
It's
truck.
coming here too. Like a lot is starting to come to where we're from.
Yeah.
Like we have an Indian food truck and they have like Indian burgers, like all types of
I
different
think
things on
so
the
far
truck.
we have 2 or 3 Indian restaurants. We just found out about an Indian food truck.
There's a few coming here, and then we have
Yeah.
in our mall. There's a place called Heart of India, which we
Yeah.
can't wait to open up.
I
and
think it's
try.
a restaurant, but we just haven't been
Yeah,
there.
they're opening
We're
that.
the type that like once we have our like home restaurant, we don't like to like gravitate to other ones.
Yeah, so
'Cause
we're
it's
waiting
that
on.
was our first love.
We're waiting on Heart of India to open it so we can try it.
Yeah, we do try though.
We
It
might
is
have to
hard.
start coming out here and letting y'all taste it and let y'all tell y'all try some different stuff. Y'all might have to drop down some stuff below because I be looking at the menu sometimes like,
I know. We always have to like search it on Google when we want it. Like, yes, it describes what it is, but some of the words is like, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, and a dessert. I don't know if it's a dessert. A place just opened up. It's like an Indian dessert place. That one, it's like something with a cake, Kauai.
Oh, it did just
Something
open.
like that.
Yeah, we got to get by there too.
Yeah, it looks so good, but I don't know what anything is. But I'm all for trying food. I love food. We're foodies.
We do gotta try it.
If you know what the word is, it's like a dessert like place to go eat Indian food, but it's something with a K. It's like Kawat or Kauai, something like that. I don't know, but we do have to go try it.
So
Let us know if you guys want us to document when we go try different Indian foods because we are always
down. But anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being lovely. If you're not subscribed, make sure you smash the subscribe button for us. See you guys in the next one.